let's go to Gary and his problem. He's got to see.
It sounds much more complicated.
When does Tracey get in? So
I don't know. I mean, the fact that I don't know must be very disrespectful.
Is it going to be very weird to see her after she trashed you on the radio?
It'll be a little weird for me, but listen.
Did you hear exactly what was said?
No, well, I didn't hear it until I came in this morning. Okay. Like I said, I actually had trouble getting to sleep last night because after I saw I knew Gary was a racist and a homophobe email, I tried to sit in bed and figure out what it was that she would have said about me.
Right.
All right.
Although some of the things that she said, I knew could be coming.
All right, let me find your stories here, because she trashed Lisa G, too.
Mine start at the bottom of the first column of there's 10 Tracey clips. As Scott said, he could have done 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was on fire last night?
All right, this one says Gary disrespects her. Do you want to answer the charges? Or?
Well, let's hear him first, then I'll answer.
All right.
My topic for tonight is Gary fucking Baba Booey Delabate. Gary, you fuck. I love you, I do. And I don't consider you a piece of shit, but you're kind of a piece of shit. You know, one of the things that I could say about Gary is that when I first started here, he always said to me, you know, it's a boys' club, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be hard for you. The only fucking one that treats me any different than everybody else is Gary. It's his boys' club that makes it that way. He includes Jason, Steve, Will, and John, and that's his boys' club. It's gotten to the point where if Gary has something to tell me, Gary can't even tell me. Gary will tell Jason and tell Jason to tell me. And half the time, Jason forgets to tell me, and then nobody fucking tells me, and all of a sudden, I'm the asshole.
All right, wait a second. So I got to stop this because there's a lot of accusations.
I'm taking notes here.
I see.
I really am.
You got to answer every charge.
First thing is that it's a boys' club, and I already forgot the accusation.
Okay,
Well, it's a boys' club. He only talks to John, Jason, Will.
All right, tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
So I probably stop in Tracey's office once a week because here's the thing with Tracey. The word of the day for Tracey is respect.
Right.
You either respect her. If you don't respect her enough, you disrespect her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's no other way.
My feeling is that if you hang around with Tracey long enough, you're going to disrespect her because it's impossible to give her the amount of respect that she requires on a daily basis. Sooner or later, you're going to disrespect her.
Right.
So I like Tracey. I stop by her office. I'd say once a week. I sit down and I just chat with her. How's everything going? What'd you do this weekend? You know, how are you?
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
And the whole. I love Gary, but you know the whole that Don Rickles shit doesn't fly. I love Gary, but here's why he's an asshole. I know that with the boys' club thing, one of the things that she's mad about, which I may have come up in the show later, was I have a ski house, a very, very tiny. The smallest ski house you can imagine, the size of your thumb. Howard, no jokes aside, it's a kind of ski house where if somebody farts upstairs, you can hear it downstairs, right?
Right.
I had me, John Hine, Will, and Jason invited everybody to go skiing. I didn't invite Tracey. Probably one of the biggest reasons I didn't invite Tracey is because the upstairs is one large room with 2 twin beds and 2 pullouts. The guys were up there. It was like the Three Stooges. You know, everybody's in their underwear. People were farting. Jason snored all night. Then blamed that John Hine was snoring all night. It would have been unbelievably uncomfortable for Tracey to sleep in that group of guys. It's like,
well, I think it would be inappropriate. You're right.
So then I knew that she was upset about that. So because of that, and again, this is how much I think about it. I joined the Friars Club. Haven't been there once yet.
Right.
So I thought to myself, let me get a bunch of guys. I always said I want to get the group together. Let's go to the Friars Club. So I put together a group of people to go to the Friars Club, which was John, Will, Jason, Steve Brandano, JD, and Tracey. Right. And I picked a day, and the day came, and I had something came up. Something came up, actually, I had to do with my mother, and I canceled. Apparently, I'm a piece of shit for that.
Oh.
The accusation about how I don't talk to her, I talk to Jason. Sometimes we're in here on Tuesdays, and we're going over stuff, and you go, do we have to have a meeting today? And I go, well, if I go over some stuff with you, I'll say, I can go over stuff with you right now, so we don't have to have a meeting. So in my head, before I forget, I'll say to Jason, make sure you let Tracey know there's no meeting. Apparently, me not walking down the hallway or picking up the phone is a sign of disrespect. But again, I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows everything. That
You're trying to facilitate your job.
For me to walk out of here and go tell her there's no meeting now takes away the 2 minutes I have with you to go over the stuff to make sure there is no meeting.
Right. Well, yeah. But I mean, you're basically... What is she your assistant or?
I call her the office manager. She calls me her boss. I've never treated her like an underling, even though she'll go on and talk how I do. I always I always feel like we work together. I go, I don't think I ever override her, or I've never yelled at her.
Right.
And I'll say, like, we're having an issue with something. What do you want to do? How do you want to handle that? What do you think is the best way? I always have open communication. I never say, listen, it's my way or the highway. Do what the fuck I say. I've never treated her like that.
Right. All right, let me go on.
Yes.
Okay, what is that? If you have something to tell me, you have a phone, we have an intercom, you have a fucking IM, and I sit down the hall.
I know what Gary's talking about. It's very intense in here because we have very few commercial breaks. So Gary will say to me, okay, we don't need a meeting today. I got to get through this stuff with you, though. And then he goes, Jason, go down and tell Tracy, cancel meeting, because there's some people who will show up. You got to give them notice.
Of course.
So I get that.
But even sometimes I listen, I call Tracy on the intercom a bunch of times a day. I'll call her and ask her about this and that. And then sometimes I'll have something, maybe I'm leaving, and I'll go, hey, Jason, can you make sure Tracy gets this? Because it's down the hall. I don't know that, again, I don't feel that that's a lack of respect.
All right.
10 extra fucking steps.
Let me hear more from Tracy.
Stop playing Sporkle or fucking Solitaire or whatever the fuck it is, and come and tell me what you need to tell me. Oh, a meeting is canceled?
What's Sporkle?
Sporkle, I guess it's like an online game.
I see. You don't play that?
I've played it in the past, and why
are you acting like you don't know what it is, then?
No, it's an online game. I have played it in the past, as I believe Tracy has too, because she clearly knows what it is as well.
All right.
And I think I've seen her play it.
This is
Sporkle?
Yeah, it's like a trivia game.
Is it fun?
Okay.
It is. It's very fun.
No, it's just weird. I said, what's Sporkle? And you go, I think it's but you've played it, so you know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You're all upset.
I'm on trial. I'm on fucking trial here. I'm on trial with a person that, like, I mean, really, how am I supposed to go through the rest of the day?
Right.
Like, she's going to come in, and she's going to be, I don't give a fuck, but she does give a fuck. She desperately wants affirmation and respect. Desperately. And so, like, my feeling is, if you want respect, you can either have respect or you can have fear, but you can't scare people into respecting you, which is, I think, what goes on around here a lot. People are deathly afraid of her. I mean, there were people that told me they tuned in the show last night, and when they heard it was me, they were like, now I can go to bed.
Hang on. This solicitation, I get 1 out of every 5 from you, and it's disrespectful, and it's dismissive, and it pisses me off. It's shady. Just come and fucking address me and treat me like I'm part of your team, because quite frankly, I do just as much for you as everybody else, and I think it's fucked up that you do that to me. That's my first and foremost qualm about Gary Dell'Abate.
But not the only one.
No,
there's 5 other clips.
Want to hear more?
Wow. Okay.
My second and biggest thing that I want to bring up, nothing in the world has ever pissed me off. Okay, I have 2 college degrees, one being in accounting. I'm not a stupid girl. We had guys coming in to work on the air conditioning system, and that motherfucker had the audacity to call me into his office to clean out his refrigerator. He says to me, I don't really know what's mine and what's not mine. I said, really, Gary? I went into the hallway. I picked up the garbage. I said, Gary, is this yours? He said, no. I threw it away. I said, Gary, is this yours? He said, no. I threw it away. Next thing, no. I threw it away. I said, okay, we're done. Thank you. And I went back to my office. Are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't clean out your own fucking refrigerator? Am I your fucking maid? Do you want to just slap me on the ass and hand me a 5 when I fucking leave, too? Could you be more fucking disrespectful? How dare you, you fucking Adelphi graduate, treat me like I'm a fucking piece of shit there to clean your fucking ass after you shit. Fucking respectful. It's so inappropriate that you treat me that way. You only call me directly when you want to tell me that somebody flooded the fucking toilet or something's messy somewhere. Guess what, sweetheart? I'm good for more than just that. And for you to even do that to me is so fucking shady and disrespectful. And you are the only one on the staff that treats me that way. So when you sit there and you act like, I'm so sorry this happens to you, you should be sorry because you're the fucking only one that does it. It's not my fucking job to clean out your fucking refrigerator. You made me order another one so it wouldn't fucking happen. And the fact that you called me in there, you can't intercom me to tell me that a fucking meeting's canceled, but you can intercom me to come and clean out your fucking refrigerator? Fuck you, you fuck. Whatever.
Wow.
There's something.
All right.
Did you do that?
Well, now, wait a second. I got to say, that does sound a little strange. Why would you have her clean out your refrigerator?
Okay. I have a refrigerator in my office, which we use mostly for waters for the guests.
Okay.
Somewhere along the line, not having nothing to do with me, people started to use it as a community refrigerator.
All right.
Will would put his breakfast in. In fact, we had a really funny incident once where I ate Will's breakfast by accident because I thought it was mine. Richard started putting in weird sandwiches and leaving them in there and some weird juice. And then everybody, because it was the only refrigerator in the office.
Right.
I don't know that I said, Tracey, clean out my refrigerator. I might have said, Tracey, can you have somebody clean out my refrigerator? I didn't, and it wasn't like, hey, you're a low-life underling. It was more like, I don't know what belongs to who. I don't want to start throwing out people's food and then have them come and yell at me. Like, Richard used to have the stuff in there, and he's like, no, don't throw that out. So I had asked, can somebody clean out the refrigerator? I don't know about her 2 degrees. I apologize. I'm not sure what one has to do with the other. I just needed the refrigerator cleaned because I just didn't know what belonged to anybody. I'm not interested in slapping her ass.
Right.
And when, the other thing she's talking about is sometimes I will go to the bathroom and it will be flooded or it will be clogged or it will be gross. And I go to her.
Because she's the office manager.
I go to her very apologetically. I go, Tracey, I know I'm the one who brings this to you because nobody else will. Because sometimes people just go in there and ignore it.
Right.
I don't ignore it. I say, the bathroom's clogged. She's the one who calls facilities. I don't know that Jason does it. She's the office manager. Who else would I tell besides the office manager that there's an issue in the office?
Okay. Look at Gary. He's got a whole...
Yeah, but I don't know. I still have a little problem with this refrigerator.
Yeah, the refrigerator one I don't get, but I understand why you would call her to say, hey, the toilet's clogged. We got to call the plumber.
But should I have just taken everything that was out of the refrigerator and thrown it in the garbage, not knowing who belongs to it?
It sounds like that's what she did.
But it wasn't like, hey, bitch, clean my refrigerator. That's what she hears. See, that's a problem. Tracey, can we get this cleaned out?
Your point is when the refrigerator, let me get this straight, I'm trying to interpret. Your point is that since the whole office was using it, and she's the liaison through the office, that she would contact these people and say, get your stuff out of here. And
or maybe she would know that's Richard's juice. I didn't know.
Well, she doesn't know who's Richard's
People were
juice.
putting all sorts of shit in there. So then we ordered a refrigerator. She suggested we order a refrigerator to keep in the office for everyone else. And somebody told me later on in the show, like I'm a fucking prima donna, I needed my own refrigerator. But it was weird finding, like there were sandwiches that were in there for days.
Right. All right. So you feel that by telling her, she could have issued a memo and said, hey, everyone clear your stuff out or something like that?
Yeah, all right, whatever.
All right. I don't know. A lot of miscommunication, I see.
Yeah, because I don't think that's what she heard. We have everybody clean out their stuff is not what she heard.
Well, you can tell she hears a lot of stuff in a very angry tone.
All right, here's Tracey saying more about you, that she's sick of your stories. Here we go. Here's Tracey from... What is Tracey calling this show, anyway? The Tracey Show?
The Happy Hour.
No, the Happy
The
Hour.
Happy Hour.
Good title.
The Happy Hour. That's the greatest title I ever heard. All right, you don't like the show.
Listen, it's, I didn't like it when she was trashing other people. It's not my style. It's just, listen, I'm not saying I'm above getting on the air and fucking with people. I'm the worst offender when it's that. But I think that, it's like somebody wrote a note last night that, she's almost like she's some heroic figure for coming on and trashing her boss. The heroic thing would be to talk to me in the office. This is not very heroic at all because she can say whatever she wants and she's now protected by you and the show and the audience.
All right.
This is one that pisses me off. When we first had the conversation about somebody leaving the shit sprinkle like 2 weeks ago, and remember, mine wasn't voluntary, leaving shit, you see it there. I didn't see the tampon applicator. You see your shit sprinkled on the inside of the bowl. First I went to Ronnie, and Howard TV, Chris Costa came in with a camera and took a picture of the sprinkle, and I went to Gary, who was the person I am supposed to go to when that shit goes down. And he was busy talking to Ross Zapin, I'm sure about either fucking Bruce Springsteen or the Jets or the Mets or something irrelevant, and acted like, well, I'm not the police of people. But then when I called him out in the studio, and he was talking about it with Howard after the show. Howard is about to go into his bathroom or his office, I don't even remember. And I was like, oh, you mean the bathroom you couldn't be bothered with? He's like, well, it's not my fault you interrupted me in the middle of a conversation. Okay, Gary, you spend the majority of your time fucking telling stories 80 times. People have heard over and over, and I respect them. They're great stories. You've lived a life most people would kill to live, but I don't need to hear it all the fucking time. I have work to do, and if I come in there, I'm sorry if I'm bothering your fucking coolness, your cool factor, but I have fucking work to do, and I'm going to bother you, and I'm going to interrupt you. We spent thousands of dollars installing a fucking key card lock in there, not so you could talk about Bruce Springsteen. Not so when I walk into the bullpen and you're talking to fucking John Hine about who recorded what album in 1998 or 1988 or 1978.
Good point.
Not my fucking priority.
I want work going on back there. No nonsense. No nonsense.
So can I respond?
Does Tracey bother your cool factor?
No.
Because I don't sense you being cool at all.
No, I don't feel like I'm cool, and she's certainly not squashing it. You know, again, Ross stops by every morning. We talk. I have a meeting with Ross every Monday with everybody. He's in charge of sales here,
right.
Or a lot of promotions and stuff. What Ross and I were talking about that morning is in Tracey's head. We could have been talking. We talk about promotions day and night. He's in here. What about this? What about that? Are we going to do this? And okay, so if Ross comes in and we're talking about promotions, it'll be like, oh, by the way, did you see that show last night? I mean, I don't know that I have to explain my every conversation to Tracey.
No, you don't. I mean, for example, when I go see Mel, it always starts out with like a fun sort of personal conversation, which breaks the ice. And then we get down to business. Right. So I understand what you're talking about. When you're in a meeting with people.
It isn't all business.
It isn't all business. Part of it is socializing and sort of feeling each other out.
So she told me about something going on in the bathroom. I heard her. You absorb it. And, I may have been talking to Ross about something that she has zero respect for Ross as well.
Okay.
So me and Ross together might as well be two fucking lowlifes on a corner, jerking each other off. Seriously.
Perverts.
Really. I mean, that's she sees Gary and Ross and she sees two fucking assholes who, think who the fuck they are, rich douchebags. So, she's walking up with that feeling. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
wow.
Yeah, in fact, I spent a good chunk of the first year here keeping her and Ross from killing each other.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Who knew all this was
She
going
was
on?
very upset with Ross was disrespecting her because Ross was playing music in his office too loud. And she was like, this isn't the fucking record companies. Those fucking days are over.
I got to agree with her, though.
So I
got to agree with her.
I went to Ross and I said, hey, could you lower the music a little bit? But it turned, he doesn't take criticism well. And it turned into a whole thing because
his music can't overpower other people's ability to work.
Right, and listen, I defended her in that argument, and I'm still a piece of shit.
Actually, someone just let me know it was the other way around. Tracey was playing music, and Ross asked her to turn it.
No. Maybe I think Ross turned it back on her. She plays the music loud, but she started. It was very clear. Ross was playing his music loud because I remember the exact quote. This ain't the fucking record company anymore.
All right. Okay. Let's continue. I didn't realize what was going on.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. Gary is a phony. This is again from Tracy's happy hour.
It's just including me in things, like as a prime example, Gary took, a couple of the guys on a ski trip, brought.
I do imagine that people imagine in their minds the ski house is a chalet.
It is tiny, Howard. I mean, really, really tiny. It's so tiny that we can't invite another family to come up. There's just not enough room. There's exactly.
So your defense on that is that it was a bunch of guys running around in their underwear that it would have been inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, if John or Will or Jason want to come in and explain to what the house looks like, it's fine.
See, that was like a frat party that night, and it wouldn't have been a great experience for a girl.
I can't see her enjoying sleeping with those guys while everybody's farting and snoring.
Half the guys and not half the guys, didn't bring Richard or Sal, JD, myself, but he brought all the guys from the office, and I almost feel.
Did he bring JD? Did you bring JD?
I did not. No, she's saying I didn't bring those guys.
So then the point is,
you're putting her down on another level that she doesn't belong on.
But the point is, in other words, you took the guys that you wanted to be with for the weekend. Like you couldn't have everyone. So,
oh my God!
So a lot of the guys were turned down as well.
They weren't turned down. Turned down would be like I asked them and then turned them down.
Right.
I said I have.
You invited the people you felt most.
I have four. I have four beds.
Tracy's looking at it like, okay, Gary's doing something nice for the office.
But it's not the office. It's
Wait a minute, hold it.
Some people.
But there's it's tears. You know what it's like when we try to have a party and then you say, okay, if I go beyond this person, then I have to invite all these people.
You've been the victim of that.
Tracy thinks of herself as on the same level as the guys he invited, and she didn't get invited. She was put into the category of JD and
Richard and Sal.
She thinks are lesser than.
Right. But like Richard and Sal weren't invited. In other words,
She's saying, I don't belong on that tier. I belong on the other tier.
Does Tracey ski? I didn't know that.
I don't know if she does or not. See, the whole thing, I don't think she does, and I don't think that matters because Jason doesn't ski either. Jason just sat there and read a book and might or might not have smoked pot.
I feel like, well, I'm part of the office more than Richard or Sal may be, or JD. They don't work the same off hours. I'm there with those guys all day. And I think Gary genuinely realized he fucked up and felt guilty because after we got back, it was like during a vacation week, all of a sudden we all got invited to lunch at the Friars Club. And it was all...
That's very nice, though.
See, I didn't feel guilty. She made it clear to some people that she was pissed. And so I said, I get that she might have been hurt by it. So as a gesture, let me take everybody out to lunch. But then I had to cancel.
She is saying exactly what I said. She thinks that she belongs in that group that he invited, that's a hierarchy.
You should be like me. Don't invite anybody to anything.
Well, that's, but
that's the best way to be because someone's always going to get offended.
There's 4 beds in that house, Howard.
Gary, you don't have to explain it to me, but if you invite anybody to anything, everyone else is offended.
And by the way, if Tracey wanted to have this conversation with me in private, I'd draw a diagram of the house and show it to her, and she might see it a different way, but she doesn't feel that's necessary. She'd rather just call me out in front of the whole audience.
All right.
Well, I mean, the last thing is kind of really more inside than outside. Mm-hmm. We have this one project that we're working on where Gary had the audacity to have Jason send out an email saying, why wasn't this finished? Why wasn't this done? And this was called the Profit Project. This is where Kevin Kraft took all of our CDs of things prior to us being here, bits, bytes, song parodies, whatever, put them into a system, and he was supposed to give lists to Gary of everything he went through, and Gary was supposed to go through them, what he wanted, what he didn't, what was for air, what wasn't. And for months and months and months, Gary would not take time to meet with Kevin. And then what happened? Kevin's computer got corrupted, and we lost it all.
Oh, I don't like that. What did you do
Howard,
there?
It's just not true. Kevin would come to me every couple of days with a list of things, and he would say, what about this? What about this? What about this? Never. Listen, if it took me a week to get to him to cover that list, and then we'd go to the next one, and we'd go to the next one. Never did I say, I'm not talking to you anymore, Kevin. I was under the impression that the project was...
Tracey thinks you blew him off?
Don't know. Because she thinks everybody blows everybody off. It's a whole big fucking conspiracy plot to disrespect Tracey and the world.
Wow. I wish Tracey was here.
I don't. I really don't, because you know what? Here's the bottom line.
Right.
I don't want to be at war with Tracey. I clearly am.
Well, you shouldn't be, because
but I don't want
to work together.
But no, I don't want to be at war with Tracey because she's got way more energy to fight than I do.
Right.
Like she can fight this fight day and night. I don't want to fight this fight day and night. What little energy I have, I'd like to put into this job rather than fighting Tracey. So for me, we'll do it on the wrap-up show. She'll call me a bunch of names. I'll defend myself as best I can. We'll work together. But I am telling you right now, I am not at a war. Tracey has declared war on me. I am not fighting. I'm not fighting. I'm not going to go on with
Sweden or Switzerland.
Yeah, beat me up, kick me in the balls, have a party. But I'm not going to go there.
Well, let me ask you something. Could you? I mean, I think that you guys get into it all the time around here, and then in the end, when it's over, it's over. It can't be that way with Tracey?
I don't know that she's interested in that. I gotta be honest with you. There's no indication in this show that I would love to work with Gary. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a disrespectful fuck. Do you hear any indication in here that she would like our lives to be better?
So when you ask me why it wasn't finished, if you could have taken the time away from sport golf and solitaire and just spend a couple of fucking minutes with Kevin, this shit would have been done. Don't turn it around and ask me why it wasn't done. It wasn't done because you didn't address it. End of the line. End of the story. What else am I going to tell you?
She's good on the air.
There's not a day that Kevin asked me to come that I didn't go and see him. And like I said, sometimes it would take a week. I would go back to the computer and he would show me a list. Or sometimes he would leave lists on my desk and say, do we want this? Do we want that? Do we want this? Do we want that? I would say, not important, important, important. And I just stopped getting lists. I don't have any recollection that I stopped talking to Kevin.
All right. Tracey was on a mad tear last night. She even ripped into Lisa G. But
wow.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
And Teddy, too.
What did Teddy do? I missed that.
I think, I'm not sure, but I mean,
Tracey's show is wild. A very positive email about it. People enjoy it.
Yeah.
This is how deep it gets.
Yeah.
I think Teddy made the mistake. Nobody knew who was on the shit list. It was a big, secret,
Right.
like the best picture Oscar.
Well, it was exciting.
Right.
You got the award.
I was excited to hear Tracey.
My name was in the envelope. So I think Teddy made the mistake of saying something to Jason right before Jason left last night, and Jason is seen as a Gary sycophant.
Right.
So that was not good.
Teddy told Jason that the secret person was Gary?
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
Teddy revealed that Gary was Tracey's target.
Right. That's right. And since Jason is my buddy,
it got right back to you.
don't tell the enemy's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't know if I have a clip of that. But Tracey won't do stories with Lisa G.
Really?
Everyone knows there are certain people I like in the newsroom. There are certain people I don't like in the newsroom. There are some people I refuse to do stories with in the newsroom. Hands down. And everyone knows who they've heard me do stories with and who they haven't heard me do stories with.
Well, what if someone's just a casual listener? They don't know. Would you like to go into that? Or?
I don't want to call people out.
Well,
because
how good is JD on there talking smooth?
Oh, who was that?
Exactly. He wasn't like, all of a sudden he was articulate. He works better with Tracey than he does with me. Because with me, he's like, what did he say, Fred?
It still sounded like to me.
For the casual listener who might not know, do you want to say who it is?
Wait, let me hear that.
my reasoning
Wait.
I don't know.
and who they haven't heard me do stories with.
Well, what if someone's just a casual listener? They don't know. Would you like to go into that? Or?
I
don't know. He sounded like he...
No fumfering.
What if it's a casual listener? It's still like a half a thought there.
He sounds like he's working on a jazz station. Hey, talk about
I'm riffing.
It just sounded coherent, but when you...
Coherent
actually,
for him.
Right. You're right, though. It really isn't a...
He
there's
doesn't
like a partial
end the
statement
sentence.
there.
Yeah, he doesn't end the sentence, but he does get through a lot more words.
Here
than
I
he
am
ever
floating
gets
an
through
idea.
here.
You decipher.
Let's get back to Tracey.
don't want to call people out because my reasoning, I've only heard from other people, other than the fact that I just don't really feel that much about her. But but it is what it is, and I don't want to even go there.
Okay.
It's not a personal thing. Like, I don't have a problem with her personally. I just work wise, it's just been some shady stuff that's gone down, and I don't necessarily want to do news pieces with her anymore. It is somebody in the compound. It is not Jason Kaplan. And if anybody really wants to know, they should feel free to call Teddy. Maybe I'll actually give out Teddy's cell phone number.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you caught the worst of it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Again, I'm not at war with her.
I think her problem with Lisa G was that she had a private conversation with Lisa G, and then it ended up on the news.
Oh,
so she thought that was shady.
yeah, that can be a burn.
Can I give you two thoughts on leaving, Howard?
Yeah.
I don't know how you put on a show like that last night and then expect to be respected. I don't know how you figure that somehow commands any kind of respect. And I would be...
Well, in all fairness...
Well, what position? I mean, she's in a position where, she got this show because of her legendary fights with Grillo.
Right.
And
Right.
how is she supposed to do the show?
Well, maybe she chooses not to. But if she does the show, that she's got to expect repercussions. She's got to expect that people are going to be hurt and angry.
You
Right?
can't see this at all as a performance.
No. There's no performance here. This is Tracey in her office at 2 p.m. Tracey on the radio last night. Same person.
Maybe the show is a bad idea because because Tracy's so honest and brutal
Right.
that
I think she thinks she's doing what is expected.
Absolutely.
She absolutely
She was
is.
called to do this.
But did she think
people love the show?
But did she think she would do that show last night and then come in today and everything would be fine? Like,
I
you got
don't know.
to think about that. I would be embarrassed if I were, and again, if I were looking for a job in 5 years and I knew a CD of last night's show was floating around, I would be embarrassed that a prospective employer would hear that and think, you know what I mean, and think that like this.
They understand that we're asking her to do this,
Right?
Howard, listen, she's a big girl. She can do this or not do this.
Nice.
No one threw her down on the ground and twisted her arm.
Well, I don't know, though.
She could say, no, I don't feel comfortable doing the show.
I'm simply saying I think there's a double standard here because you guys get into this stuff with each other all the time. I mean, it happens to me. I mean, I heard that Sal still has a problem with me and 9/11.
Right.
Yeah, because there are some things that are done on the wrap-up show that people might have a problem with.
And on the wrap-up show, on the wrap-up show, we try to let people come in or call in as best we can. This is like a complete and utter ambush. I mean, really, I got to tell you, if Tracey really wanted to do a good show last night, give me the heads up. I'd have stayed.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, maybe Tracey will come in later and address you on the air, and then we can clear the air. How's
Now,
that?
but is that the show? Tracey, maybe it could be the show.
It's Tracey's happy hour, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But then that would be Tracey's not so happy hour because
The only one happy in that hour is Tracey.
Well, it's Tracey's happy hour, not for you.
The only one happy in the hour is Tracey?
That's it. No one else is happy. Everyone's under their desk at home. Listen, this entire office lives in fear of her. And so everybody is, they're afraid of her. When they
Why are they afraid of her?
Because she can be a bully at times.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll have her address that when she comes in.
She's here.
Yeah. Oh, she is. Did you guys see each other?
Yeah, she came to me, talked to me about business, and I was very...
But was it awkward?
Yeah, totally awkward for me, not for her.
Nothing was said about last night's show.
No. She came in to talk to me. I said, save it for the air. And then she said, so we had to talk about business. And I said, okay, distribute those accordingly. You know what to do. And
right.
And then as she walked away, I said, I say that respectfully.
This is Tracey and Gary just had their first interaction. It was awkward. I don't know who wrote that, but evidently everyone in the office was on edge. Well, there's a lot of debate whether Tracey should really do the show. I thought the show was a home run in the sense that she did the happy hour. She
delivered.
She delivered. Unfortunately, you were the victim, Gary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She called you an asshole.
A fucking asshole.
A fucking asshole.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
A lazy fuck.
You don't invite her to your ski house.
Fuck you.
A chalet.
Yeah. Do you want me to bring Tracey in so that maybe you could have some closure?
I mean, we probably need to finish it off, and I'd rather do it with you than
not with me.
Well, and then get crazy on the wrap-up show, right?
All right.
If we're going to do it all on the air, let's live life on the air.
All right, Tracey, come on in if you don't mind, and let's... Well, look, listen, first of all, I feel Tracey did a very good radio show. She did. She did a good show. Whether or not the show is healthy for the office environment is another consideration.
But do you care?
Well, I care that everyone's comfortable. Tracey, you did an excellent job. There's no question about it.
You need to grab those or go over there.
Tracey, is it awkward for you today, the day after the happy hour, so to speak?
Yeah. I mean, I was up last night a lot.
You were upset about it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right. Listen, you did nothing wrong in the sense that that's the show. The show is you spouting and spewing out your feelings. You get the poison out, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Right. Nevertheless, it does cause discomfort between you and Gary the next day.
Sure.
Right.
I think there's a difference between being mad at an ex-intern that never worked under her and trashing the shit out of your boss. It's a different level. I'm not saying that she's not allowed to do it, but I'm allowed to be upset by it.
Absolutely. And so would an intern. Anybody could be upset by it. But the point is, I think it came up. To be honest with you, I left my radio here.
Right.
So I think you said, you were talking about the cleaning of the refrigerator.
Yes.
Or you had said, well, why doesn't she ever come to me on this stuff? I come to you all the time. You just don't listen to me. Because I did tell you how I felt about the refrigerator. We had the conversation. You don't remember because you don't listen to me.
And how did I respond when you said that? Was I mean? Have I ever spoken to you in a demeaning way? Have I ever said to you, hey, I'm the fucking boss, do what I say or shut the fuck up? Anything like that?
That's not the point. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. And you, whether you want to admit it or not, you treat me differently than you do the rest of the staff.
I think, Tracey, you think everybody treats you differently. You feel
That's
wronged.
not true.
You feel wronged by probably the whole world. You feel wronged by everybody. You feel like there's a lack of respect, and everybody walks on eggshells around you. And for the most part, people like you. And I told Howard off the air, and Howard will back me up on this. You do the best job of your actual job of anyone who's ever done this. It's the people skills where it gets weird. People come to me. They're afraid of you. You get mad at somebody and weeks on end, you just ignore them, and it's probably not a healthy way. And I probably should have spoken to you about it earlier than now. I probably let it go on a little too long because I don't like conflict.
Well, I don't know who necessarily feels that way or who said that to you. I mean, I have, I hang out with these people, the ones that I care about, socially outside the office. I know their wives. I know their girlfriends. I hang out with them. I consider them friends. The ones that aren't my friends, I really don't care.
But do you think it's healthy to stop talking to somebody for 2 or 3 weeks at a time?
The only person that I'm not talking to and haven't been talking to is Benji.
But in the history of being
I'm not talking to him either. If I want to go,
we all try to.
In the history of being
Can I
here,
join you on that?
In the history of being here for 4.5 years, has he been the only person you ever talked to for long periods of
I'm glad
time?
you can all bond over hate over me.
What is that?
I'm glad you can all bond over hate over me.
Tracey, let me ask you a question and interrupt this dialogue. Is the Tracey happy hours, as much radio gold as it is it worth continuing? Because you are in an awkward position. You're the office manager, and therefore, maybe Gary and is making a good point that it's impossible for you to do the show properly.
I agree.
And do your job properly.
The two people that I've brought up on it were Scott and Gary.
Right.
And Scott, even after the next day when we talked on the wrap-up show, him and I had kind of an awkward discussion on air about what he really thought the issue was. And I said, no, I don't think that's the issue. We went back and forth. And the next day, Scott and I totally made up, and I think now we get along better than ever.
You're saying the communication led to a healthier relationship?
Yes.
Yeah,
because I think we got to the root of the problem based on what went on the show.
We probably could have gotten to the root of the problem in my office.
We could have, but again, you don't listen to me. You don't make time for me. You would rather sit in the bullpen and talk about the fucking Mets or Bruce Springsteen than actually have a discussion with me.
Tracey, do I stop by your office? Do I stop by your office once a week?
No.
Once every 2 weeks to sit down, ask you what you're up to?
Come on.
See,
Come on. In 4.5 years, Gary, we've had lunch 3 times. 3 times.
Okay, and how many times have I had lunch with Will and Jason? I don't take people out to lunch.
You take them skiing, and then you offer to take them to the Friars Club.
But on the skiing thing, Gary explained.
We're not friends. We're not friends.
Hold on,
You're friends
hold
with
on.
the guys.
You don't even. There's an explanation which you're unaware of.
All right,
Let
go
him
ahead.
talk.
Well, Gary was claiming this morning the ski trip was. He says in everyone's mind this ski house is like a ski chalet because it's a little shack that I rent, and he says and there's one bedroom. So I brought 4 guys. They're all in their underwear. He says, there's no way it would be appropriate to bring a woman there who works with us. And, you know, I get that.
I just feel like the way things go on with Gary in the office, everything is like a secret. And then at the last minute, everyone who wasn't invited to something finds out that these 5 came to a barbecue. These 4 were invited to this. It's always the same people on the outside finding out from other people and him being like secretive about it.
I don't know who makes an announcement.
But it feels like people are almost told not to talk about it.
No, it feels that way to you.
It doesn't.
Because you have this.
Because I've had the discussion with the other guys.
You have a complex. You think the world is out to get you.
You're wrong.
If you invited 4 people to your house, would you come to me and tell me? If I'm not one of them?
I wouldn't make it seem like it's a secret.
I don't make it seem like it's a secret either. If people treat it, if they treat it that way, that's not me. I don't tell people don't say anything to Tracey.
You're saying
that's
that
in
it's
your
my
head.
complex, but I've had the conversation with the other people who tell me they feel the same way.
Well, they might, but I'm not telling anybody not to say it.
Don't tell me that it's me. Don't tell me that I'm the one with the fucking complex. When I'm telling you, other people are saying the same thing.
It's you.
It's okay. Then apparently I'm having the fucking conversation with myself.
I think you have a lot of conversations with yourself. No, I do. I think you have a lot of conversations with yourself where you feel everybody agrees. The key word with you is respect. And if you don't, you're either with Tracey or against Tracey. There's no in between. And if you don't fully support Tracey, then you're her enemy.
Listen, there are a lot of people here I know damn well don't fully support me. Don't kid yourself about that. That's
See, I love the radio of. You did a great job last night, but maybe for work it's not so good.
Well, you know what? I think she should continue to do the show because she's already fucked over she's already fucked over her boss. Anybody else she screws over won't be as big. But it won't be as bad as this. So I say continue to do the show.
Well, listen.
Well, we could find other things to talk about. I mean, to be honest with you, I did the first show and I was flat out told by Tim, okay, you need to be angrier, you need to be edgier, you need to do this. This is what we want. This is why we want you to do the show.
Of course.
But then if I'm going to get fucked the next day, it's not worth it.
That's
I don't
what
need that shit.
I'm saying. That's the problem.
You make me seek out reasons why, and then when I do exactly what you ask, I'm the fucking asshole.
Except for one thing.
I have issues to talk to myself.
I don't think you're an asshole. I thought it was pretty good.
Here's the thing. Nobody's making you do anything. If the show is so uncomfortable for you, say, you know what, Tim, I don't feel comfortable fucking yelling.
Well, then now I will.
But you should.
I wanted it to be fun, but if this is going to be the fallout of it, it's not fun.
I liked it.
What part of last night's show did you think would be fun for me?
Gary, if I thought you were mature enough like Scott to actually have the discussion with me after and we could work it out, that would be fine. But you chose to come in here and we're going to discuss it and it's going to be what it is. And you're going to tell me I have issues and that's going to be it.
You trashed me on the air and Howard plays the clips the next day. Should I have
anything I say, was anything I said not true?
I didn't. I explained why
he doesn't play Sporkle.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't play Sporkle. Okay.
I explained why I didn't bring it to the ski house.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't even know what it is.
Why I canceled the Friars Club. I did not feel I was demeaning you when I asked you to empty the refrigerator, but if you feel that way, I apologize. But I needed it to get emptied because it was gross.
His rap on
you remember
his rap on the refrigerator was that you're the office manager, and the whole office was using his refrigerator, and he didn't want to throw out everyone's food, so he felt that you should.
Don't say no, because no is what I think. You don't know.
There is a reason why we bought another refrigerator. You didn't want anyone using your refrigerator.
Right.
So how am I supposed to fucking know whose shit is in there? You said and it wasn't about cleaning it out because it was gross. They were coming to work on the air conditioning system here. Okay. They were turning off the power, and you thought things were going to go bad, and you said, I don't really know what in here is mine and what's mine, and we need to get this out of here because they're turning it off. And I said, okay, Gary, and I picked up a garbage can. I said, Gary, is this yours? You said no. So I threw it in the garbage. Picked up the next thing. Is this your... Because you couldn't do this? You needed to call me in to stop what I'm fucking doing to clean out your refrigerator?
See, how do you respond to that? This is how, when somebody talks to you like that, how do you deal with it?
That's degrading and it's demeaning, Gary. And if you don't see it that way, that's your issue. And this is an example of why I think you're an elitist. Why you think that's okay. I don't even sit in the bullpen. Why didn't you ask Jason to go in and do it?
See, I'm already tuned out. And I don't mean like I don't care what you say.
Because you normally are when I talk to you about anything.
I don't mean I don't care what you say. I mean there's no talking to you at this point. There's no talking to you. You're on.
Now the other accusation
put your foot on the fucking gas and throw a brick on it. You're not going to hear another word.
Okay. All right, but the other accusation was there was one other one that I thought was the one that I felt I could help you with. That Gary doesn't, like, sometimes he'll send Will or Jason down to your office to tell you something. But I have to admit, I get Gary in here sometimes, and I say to him, Gary says, I can cancel the meeting if I can get through 50 things. So he starts, and I start giving him a whole bunch of stuff to do. He says, make sure you tell Tracey right away. He turns to Will or Jason. He says, make sure you tell Tracey to cancel the meeting, because he knows, like, Doug Hurwitz comes over here, and a whole bunch of guys come down.
Sure, absolutely.
So he says, go tell Tracey, you know, I can't do this right now. I need to meet with Howard. I've got 3 seconds during a commercial. So he goes, he uses them as conduits to you.
Absolutely. And I understand that.
Oh, you do?
But I feel like I think that was just one example, the meeting, of things that happens with. And I think a lot of the times, it's like, I don't know who thinks what, but it's like, back to the meeting, it'll be canceled. And I'll say, hey, is the meeting canceled? He'll say, I don't know yet. I'm going to talk to Howard, see what I can get through.
Right.
Fine, absolutely. But then like a half an hour later, I'll come out. Is the meeting canceled? And Jason will say, yeah, Gary didn't tell you. And Gary say, yeah, Jason should have told you. Well, somebody tell me. I mean,
but that's not. But that's not your complaint. Your complaint is that I send underlings to talk to you, and that's insulting and demeaning. That's the complaint.
No, it's that you can't address me yourself.
That's exactly what you said.
It's that you won't address me yourself.
That's what I just said.
But sometimes
it's not about the underling. I don't give a shit who does it. It's about the fact that you don't do it.
That would be sending someone else. It's exactly what bothers you.
But I don't call them underlings or whatever.
Well, that's how you feel.
I just feel like you don't address me directly on things. And it's not just the meeting. It's if this is broken, if that's broken, if something's not working.
For you to be upset,
the intercom button.
For you to be upset because the bathroom's flooded, you are the office manager.
I'm not upset about that.
Who else would I tell?
I'm not upset about that.
You only call me when the fucking bathroom's broken.
Yeah.
She's saying
that's just not true.
But you don't call me for anything else.
That's just not true, Tracy. You know that's not true.
That's the way I feel, Gary.
I know, because you are the victim.
To yours.
You're the victim of this conspiracy to disrespect you.
All right, here's my evaluation. Okay. Number one, the show was a home run.
Do it more.
Well, listen, it's up to Tracy if she wants to do the show.
She clearly has the anger to do it.
She also is doing a performance.
In fact, I have a strange feeling that there's a part 2 of me that's ready to go.
Is there? Because then
I think I'm done with Gary.
Then I have to get back on the air.
Don't be afraid. I don't think you are anyway.
If I was, I wouldn't have done it the first time.
Well, anyway, everyone loves the show. But, you know.
Except me.
If you don't, you shouldn't do it.
And my agita. I just quit smoking. I can't deal with this shit. I can't deal with this. I just want to go smoke a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Oh, forget it. You know, when I quit smoking, I had just broken my ankle. And there is nothing worse than sitting around the house not smoking when you break your ankle. But I don't know. Listen, you two will patch it up. I know that.
I just want to say something. Like Tracy said, I've only taken her to lunch 3 times since we've been here. I think I've only taken Will to lunch once, and Jason probably never.
Yeah, I don't take anyone. Like, I have Laura and I have been working together for a million years. We very rarely even sit down and talk.
I think, though, what Tracey is saying is that she sees a difference. You have a relationship
more
and a
with the other guys,
with the other people, and you treat her just like an employee.
I think what Tracy's saying, which is unbelievable, she actually wants to hang out with you, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm shocked.
Listen,
I mean, wow, she likes you.
This was another thing that I brought up. It's I made the comment.
You want to hang out with Fafa Fooey?
when I talked about how he tells the stories and it's he can be a little repetitive. There's a couple of stories I've heard a little times. But he really is very interesting, and he's done some cool things. He's been to some cool places, hung out with cool people. I do enjoy his company.
Yes.
But if it's, a struggle to get it, it's just not worth the struggle.
All right. She wants more of you.
Yeah. She's saying that she'd like some of your attention.
And it's also very strange for me because, before I worked here, when I worked for Harvey and I were very close. Harvey is family to me.
Yeah.
And to not have a relationship with anyone that I consider in that type of role, it sucks. It sucks. And I feel sometimes like I have no one to go to when I need something for work.
Yeah,
it just doesn't matter to you the way it does to me. The things that I have to deal with.
I don't... I'm unavailable to everyone, so I understand Gary's. I really don't want to meet with anyone. The less meetings I have, the better.
You see me. You come down the hall, and I run in my office not to bother you.
Yeah, I love that. I thought you were I thought, like everyone else, you don't even want to see me. Go ahead. So listen. So what's going to be the outcome here? Tracey, you think you should continue doing the show, even though it's a hit? Maybe you should think about walking away from it. It's hard to walk away from you. You're the new Oprah.
Oh, great. Look at me. I always wanted to be Oprah. I'll take her money, but I don't want her fucking job.
You're Oprah without the money.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Not any fun there.
The show is a hit, but this is very hard to do.
If we could find something outside the compound to piss me off, maybe, but I'm done back here.
Yeah, well, you work a lot of hours, so I'm sure you're pissed off mostly about work. Gary, you took a hit last night. Are you and Tracey going to be able to get past this?
At some point, we'll figure it out.
Right.
It always sort of does, but today it's a very open wound for me, and I think I'm entitled to that.
That's fine.
Well,
now it's one for me too.
What about Lisa G?
I think neither of us really
meant to come. Yeah, I don't. It's whatever.
Doing a show, sometimes you feel the pressure to keep the show going. Right. Now you know my problem.
Yeah.
I say a lot of shit. I get off the air. I get blamed for a lot of stuff, and I go, I don't even know I said it.
It goes so fast, you don't even.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like, I was up all night. Like, did I say that or did I think that? Yeah.
I was up all night. I swear to God, I did not get to bed till midnight last night because it was like 9:45, and I always check my email right before I go to bed, and I saw this email that Fred sent out.
I was almost not going to send that because
I told you,
no good can come of this, but I got to send it.
The one email that stood out was, I always knew Gary was an elitist, racist, homophobic, disgusting pig.
Bad.
That was bad.
So I was like, so now based on that one email, I'm like, racist, homophobic. I got to start. What could it be?
Right. I thought Tracey called you a racist or homophobic. I said, well, it must have a really good show.
No black people at the ski house? I couldn't figure it out. I know. So then I was up. And then then I went to go to bed. It was like 10:30. And at 10:45, I got up again to go check the email to see if anybody wrote any new shit. There was no, and then I got back up at 11:30. Like I was waiting for some insight.
Right.
I don't know, Tracey. It's tough, this radio business.
Yeah.
It's lonely.
It's lonely.
I want to be Fred. Fred's got it easy.
Play sound effects.
I'll do it.
That's it.
I'll do it.
Well, I think...
In time, it'll fix itself.
It'll work itself out.
Like he said, will it be today? No.
No. This is just, it's going to resolve itself. I know that.
They're created by man. We can solve them by man.
Right, Tim. We have a fun group. We all have a good time together.
The show works.
I think you should have Tracey to the ski house. Well, so you can see what a shithole
Here's
is.
the funniest thing. Here's the funniest thing of all.
And she's going to get on the air and say, Gary invited me to that shithole.
Last week, can I tell you something? Last week.
Can Tracey go up there today?
I got to bring this up. Last week, Mary came to me, and her exact words were, we need to have Richard and Sal and Tracey up to the house. They haven't been to the house yet.
Well, maybe you ought to, Tracey.
I don't know. I have a hard time.
It's a little weird now.
That's a little weird now.
Like, I got to wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, it's hard to have somebody at your house who hates you.
Tracey just wants to sit at that shitty movie theater of yours.
I never said I hated you.
Yeah.
It felt that way. That's what. You know what? That's what I heard.
Well, let me tell you something. Tracey wants to sit in that shitty movie theater in those shitty bar stools.
She wants to try a stool.
Yeah. By the way, unlike Tracey, I don't want to go to your home. I've been there. It's enough. Once is enough. Maybe if Tracey went there once, she'd get out of her system.
I've been there twice. It's really nice.
Yeah, Fred's seen the second half.
Fred has been there twice.
Yeah, nice. See, I told you I wanted to be Fred.
You'd like it.
In all fairness, one of the times Fred was at my house, we were on our way to go visit Artie. It wasn't like it was a pleasure trip.
Why wasn't Tracey visiting Artie?
I'm not sure why Fred and I went to visit Artie.
You know how much fun it is visiting Artie?
I'm not sure if Artie wanted Fred and I.
Tracey, you missed out on a great day.
But it was a nice trip.
Right. Gee, I can't imagine being in that shitty ski house and then going to visit Artie. Being in Gary's life is second to none.
I love the ski house, but
I'm going to give you some advice, Tracy. Stay out of Gary's life. You have no idea how horrible it is.
It's fine.
You know.
It's fine. I'm out.
Get out.
An evil loop.
It sounds better on paper.
Yeah.
All right, you two will be fine. Tracy, you did a good job on the show.
Thank you.
You let it all out. You let the poison out.
I let the poison out.
You certainly
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that the other day, too. You know, somebody sent a note last night that said that Tracy's going to die of a heart attack. I have the exact opposite feeling. I've always felt like, in some ways, you have a lot in common with Pat Cooper. I think Pat Cooper's going to live to be 1,000 because he holds nothing in.
That's true.
You know what? The poison's always out for Pat Cooper.
Right.
I think it's a very healthy way. I don't know. You know, I just think that when you let it out like that, how could you be unhealthy?
Right.
Get the poison out of your system.
Yeah. Yes?
Since we're all getting out, Trace, I don't understand why you're still have all this animosity towards me.
It's I said it on the wrap-up show. It's not that I really have animosity towards you. You know, Benji came into actually, I think we ran into each other either in the kitchen or the hallway. I don't even know. And he said, you know, why don't we go to lunch and talk it all out and try to work it out? But this is after you had gone on the air like 3 or 4 more times and continued to bash me. To me, that's not trying to work something out. That's just you continually bashing me when I'm not here. And to me, it's just, I don't know.
Since I'm already on the shit list, I can jump in on this one. Hold on. Benji came to me twice that week and said, "This is so uncomfortable. Would you please go to Tracy and say I'd like to talk to her?" Tracy said no.
But I didn't say it, Trace. I didn't say it because I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to approach you myself because I thought you didn't want me to.
That was when it all first happened.
Right.
This offer of lunch was like 2 weeks ago.
But I like Benji being appropriate.
I would hang out with you and bash Gary.
And then I'm done bashing Gary for a while.
And then I would try to have sex with you. Because I'd have a gas mask and some poppers.
But no, really, we don't have to be best of friends, but you seem so angry at me.
You made the comment that I grunted you in the hall. I stopped doing that. I'll give you the nod. I'll say hello to you when I see you. What do you want me to do? Fucking cartwheels down the hallway every time I see you?
The show of yours is very controversial.
And defending Tracy, he did bark at her on the wrap-up show, which was very upsetting.
She's a bulldog.
It was rude. And I apologize for it. It was in the middle of you were bashing someone that I was dating.
Yeah, and we all see where that went.
Benji just went.
It's something I still care about.
Tracy was talking, and Benji just went.
Yeah, because he had nothing intelligent to say. That was the best he could do.
Well, listen, Tracy,
I called you out, and I was right, and you knew it, and you had nothing to say.
I think the show's too much.
I think so, too.
For all of us.
Just you.
It might be too much for you.
I love it.
No, he's having a ball.
I love it. I love the Tracy show. Happy hour. What could be better than that? Everyone thinks it's a home run. But, listen, Tracy's got to work with all you guys. So what are we going to do? Poor Tracy.
Gives me a lot of odds.
Poor Tracy.
It does, yeah.
Well, look at her. She's obviously upset.
We're both upset.
Don't you think I go home every night upset about what I just said on the radio?
I wonder
No.
sometimes, but I think
you're used to it by now.
Very easy. I have no problem with what I
Sleeps
say.
like a baby.
Like a lox.